Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope everybody is doing good out there. I'm doing all right. Got this black mark all on my nose. I'm getting over this cold still. But, we're back with more news about the USA pretty much pissing off the rest of the world. So right here, this is titled "Will Shoot First, Ask Later. Denmark warns U.S. against Greenland invasion." And this is from the Business Standard. So with that being said, we're smoking on my dragons, divine righteous, almighty greats over achieving, never slacking. Original link in the description. And yeah, let's dive into it. I'm sure this 2026. Listen.
Denmark's defense ministry has issued a stark warning. If the US attempts to seize Greenland by force, Danish soldiers are instructed to respond immediately. They do not need to wait for orders or a formal declaration of war.
Ooh, let's stop right there. So, Denmark is ready to rock and roll. Now, when we seen, because this is looking a lot like, and correct me if I'm wrong, when Putin kind of came for Ukraine, it was just so fast and unexpected. Like, obviously, if you're heavy into politics, maybe you've seen it come in, but it was unexpected. It was just like one day, oh snap, Putin, Russia, they're after Ukraine and they're at it, and it's like, whoa. And this is kind of feeling like that a little bit, like the bigger dog attacking the smaller dog, and Denmark not backing down. Now, when you got situations like that, there's always a lot of casualties. And as much as people in the U.S. talk about how, we're the toughest, have the toughest armed military in the world, the most advanced, the most blah, this and that. That don't mean there won't be no casualties. That doesn't mean that other people, just because they smaller and might not have as much behind them, doesn't mean that they won't put up a fight. And I think that's what people underestimate. The casualties. No one should really be pushing for any type of war. And yeah, that's a problem. That's an issue.
What's the full story? We'll understand, but after a quick break. The instruction is based on a long-standing rule requiring troops to take up the fight at once if Danish territory is threatened. The rule dates back to the early years after World War II. It was shaped by Denmark's experience in 1940 when Nazi Germany invaded and communication systems collapsed. In 1950,
Hold on. So this is a law from the 1940s that they made because of the Nazis. So you're telling me that America is pretty much looking like the new Nazis? Huh?
1952, Denmark formalized a policy requiring soldiers to act immediately when the country is attacked. The warning comes amid renewed interest from US President Donald Trump in acquiring Greenland. Trump has repeatedly said the island is critical to US national security. He argues Greenland's location makes it strategically vital in the Arctic, citing Russian and Chinese vessels in nearby waters. Denmark, which controls Greenland, has firmly rejected any suggestion of selling or surrendering the territory. Reports say the Trump administration has discussed several options to draw Greenland closer to the US. These include direct cash payments to Greenland's residents, reportedly between $10,000 and $100,000 per person. US officials have
What did I just hear? Huh? I gotta run that back. What did I just hear?
cash payments to draw Greenland closer to the US. These include direct cash payments to Greenland's residents, reportedly between $10,000 and $100,000 per person.
Direct cash payments, $10,000 or $100,000 per person. Okay. So if the U.S. is willing to do that, right? Which let me just make it clear, there's a lot of vets out here that's still pretty messed up that the U.S. doesn't even take care of. But homeless vets. But if the U.S. is willing to do that, then I've got to say, like at this point, I believe like it's clearly something way deeper, past the surface level of why they want Greenland. Like past just whether we, just like with Venezuela with the oil and it's even more than that. It's even more than that. This is what I'm trying to say. Now I'm not going to sit here and push no conspiracy. What I'm saying is at this point, it's got to be something going on beyond what we can comprehend on a human logical level of why people are doing what they're doing. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'll leave that for you guys to try to put together. Call me crazy or say, "Oh, this shit." I don't care. There's clearly some things going on in this world that just make no goddamn sense. Because what 10,000 or 100,000? First off, Trump send them what was it, them $2,000 cash payments to the citizens out here that you said you was trying to make it, like let's see that happen. Like Greenland, they seem fine to me. Bet you they got better quality air. Bet you they got better foods, right? Quality food than we having over here in America. Bet you they not eating the same chemicals and like I bet you that much. So anytime nothing's for free. First off, so what does it say in what is it, 48 Laws of Power? Despise the free lunch. So it's like you want to pay them pretty much. You want to, yeah, give me your soul. Take this payment. Now you belong to us. And then I just don't know what's behind that. I don't. It's just weird. It's weird. It's really weird, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
US officials have also examined deals similar to existing agreements with Pacific Island nations offering military access in return for economic support. Now, the standoff highlights rising tensions in the Arctic, a region gaining importance for security and natural resources. For now, Greenland remains under Danish control, with its leaders and European allies pushing back against any takeover talk. Follow Business Standard for more stories.
All right, so 2026 is pretty much just a more extreme 2025 so far. I don't want people to get too riled up. Obviously, you always got to be prepared for any situation. But the thing is, you never know. 2 days later, oh, Trump has talks with, Denmark and Greenland or whatever that, and everything's good. So it's like, a lot of it do be energy harvesting too. Let me make that clear. So it's like anything that you can do to just kind of ground yourself for those people that might be too wrapped up in just feeling like there's no hope. There's always hope. We're actually, listen, the great people in the U.S. and around the world, hey, stay great. Don't let this change you, and don't let this make you just give up. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on your communities, on the good people of your communities, right? Now, when it comes to, I seen this one movie, and in this movie, it was the U.S. They were like in submarines, and I think it was like, what was it, like the Russia or something, and that was in the other submarine. Long story short, they had two people from the UK that was in the marine with it, that was like down there with them, and they started talking about these. It was about like these sirens, right? And the UK said, "Oh, we've been had intel on these beings in the waters, blah blah blah." So the siren at the end of the movie, she goes to, she pretty much kills all the men, and she goes to the women, the two women, like, men are going to destroy this planet. You guys can come with me. I can take you to this other realm. Men, with all their weapons and their greed, they're going to destroy this planet. So whether you believe in, all this stuff or whatever, or you just feel like, oh, all these uncivilized people just made up stories, a figment of the imagination, cool, whatever, right? At the end of the day, Earth is a living being, right? Earth, the plants are living. Like, there's beings that we don't know about. What I'm trying to say is humans, I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna just say this. Humans' time It's a wrap for humans. It's end game when it comes to this human ego and this control and this us even thinking we're the only ones here, right? Even though the government know that's not true, but let me not say too much. Let me not say too much. Just I'm gonna just end it with this: stay grounded, respect your environment, take care of your environment, take care of the good people in your communities. Those people who have those old stores, if they're still around in your communities, them hidden gems, them 20, 30-year-old mom and pop stores and stuff. Show them some love. Talk to the youth that's willing to listen, and just continue to be a great person, and do what you love and stay grounded and stay prepared. Don't act like things ain't happening like some people do. No, still be on the point, but don't lose hope, right? Continue to be a great person and continue to honor the planet that you live on. Because these people who are doing all this, right, want to take over this and want to war about this and want to send your kids to war, right, and want to send your grandkids and your great grandkids to war. Those people don't give a damn about this planet.